Brett Okamoto with ESPN alongside the UFC bantamweight #1 contender, Germaine de Randamie. She, of course, faces Amanda Nunes, UFC 245 on December 14th in Las Vegas. And Germaine, I got to say, as I was walking the New York streets earlier this morning, I was headed to the weigh-in. I saw you. You were by yourself. You were just walking around. What did you want to? What did you want to do? Were you sightseeing? What were you doing in New York today?
I want to get some breakfast.
Okay, some breakfast.
And I worked out.
Yep.
So I worked out a little bit to keep my legs light because of the flight. You know, I'm flying back tonight, but yeah, so I want to get some breakfast. I love New York. It was beautiful weather. So why not go outside?
What'd you get? Did you find anything good?
Hell yeah, bagels.
Bagels.
Bagels. Always bagels.
How does it feel to be back in this situation? You know, this is familiar to you, but also I think that circumstances are so different than your first title fight. Does this feel familiar, and how does it feel to be back in it?
No, it doesn't feel familiar at all. It's just a new experience. I firmly believe you gotta leave things behind. You gotta move on. Things happen, you got to move on, and this is a completely new fight, a completely different opponent. You know, you cannot look back, you got to look forward, you know, and I'm really looking forward, and I'm observing everything, I'm enjoying everything. This is amazing to be here. I'm fighting on the best card of the year,
Yep.
Definitely.
Is it kind of nice to know that you're fighting for a title, though, where the future is kind of clear? You know, and the first time when you were fighting for the 145-pound division, even yourself, I remember this watching you and Holly. You both were saying, "Well, we still want to go back to 135 at some point." So is it nice to know that you're in your home now, fighting for a title?
Yeah, it's nice, and this was supposed to happen 3 years ago, but I'm happy it happens now because now I get to fight on this amazing card, and. You know, 135 is a very active weight division. We have so many girls, and every time it's switching. That fighter does great, the other fighter does great. So it's a very active weight division, so it keeps you active and more motivated too. So yeah, I'm very happy.
Germaine, I have to bring it up, and I do think that this storyline is starting to go away. I remember in the summer you said it was a never-ending storyline, but I do think it's going away. But I got to bring it up. If you win this fight, you become a UFC champion. Is that what really puts it to bed? Is that what buries it for good? That everybody forgets what happened through your first title run?
No, of course not. They will never.
They'll still ask about it. Yeah?
They will ask about it, absolutely. But I do believe it will slimmer down the way. It depends on the way how I win. Mm-hmm. If I win by a clean knockout, maybe people will leave it a little bit behind. But I bet you, if I beat Amanda, they will ask for a rematch with Holly Holm. People will say, "Oh, we got to see her fight Holly again." I'll bet you.
Is there anything motivating about that, though, just the entire situation and some of the criticisms that you faced, that you can put them to bed with this fight? Does that motivate you? Do you think about that at all preparing for this fight?
No, not at all. I left it all behind. You know, I got to focus on Amanda Nunes. She's a tough task at hand. I cannot look back and worry about. So I'm barely on social media and don't watch any fights. I'm solely focused on the fight, you know, to prepare myself and be the best me, because I know Amanda wants to fight the best version of me.
You fought Amanda Nunes before. She was very good. I don't think she was what she is now. You know, what we consider her now. Double champion, best woman on the planet. What changed? What do you think changed in Amanda that has led her to all of the success that she's had since the first time you two fought?
I think that's the key to everybody's success. Hard work and dedication. I think she's a very hard-working champ, and you can see the result. And like, you know, never underestimate anybody. A lot of people underestimated Amanda over the years, against Ronda, against Cyborg, against Holly, over and over again. And she proved it over and over again. You know, don't underestimate anybody. And I don't underestimate her, and we're going to bring a good fight.
And last question for your career. You've been doing this a long time. Where are you at in your career? Are you looking at this as like, I'm going to win a title, and I'm going to hang on to a title for the next 5 years? Or are you just kind of trying to trend down? I mean, where are you at in your career?
It's a good question. I've been doing this for 21 years, and I've accomplished everything in my career. So this is do or die for me.
This is do or die.
Absolutely.
The way I read that is, if you lose, then you're done. That's what do or die means to me. Is there some truth in that?
There's possibly some truth in that. I'm not saying I'm going to retire after that. No, that would be stupid. And I'm not going into the fight with that. Yep. But for me, it's a do or die, because I'm 35. For 21 years, I'm fighting. Yep. I've accomplished everything. I'm the 10 times undefeated world champion in kickboxing. I'm a former UFC champion. If I win, I'm again UFC champion. Yep. I've accomplished everything and more than I could ever wish for. How many times do I have to prove I'm the best?
Absolute pleasure speaking to you. Sorry to bring up the never-ending storyline, but you know it's my job. You got to do it every now and then. But
okay.
Thank you so much. We're looking forward to the fight.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports and analysis, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming and special content, subscribe to ESPN+.